Gideon versus Wainwright. In the Gideon versus Wainwright case, the Miranda rights come into play. This case exhibits the Sixth Amendment, which says suspects in crime have the right to counsel for their defense. The background of this case is that a pool room business in Florida was burglarized. A witness identified Clarence Gideon as being on the property. Gideon requested a lawyer be appointed to him but was denied by the court, the reason being it was not a capital offense. Gideon in the end was sentenced to 5 years in prison. He requested an appeal describing how he was denied his legal rights. The Supreme Court overturned his conviction and stated that all states must provide legal counsel in all cases. This means that if the defendant is not able to afford a lawyer on his or her own, then the state must provide an appointed lawyer to them. Gideon was discharged from all charges. Miranda versus Arizona. The Fifth Amendment comes into play in the case Miranda versus Arizona. Miranda was accused and arrested of kidnapping and raping a young woman in Arizona. All of the evidence was good, but there was a problem. Ernesto Miranda was not aware of self-incrimination, meaning that he did not need to turn in evidence against himself. This is what the Fifth Amendment is all about. Miranda signed a confession, but this should not have been allowed as evidence in the court because of how it was obtained. This case was eventually appealed to the Supreme Court. The precedent was then set that suspects must be informed of their rights before and during questioning. This is how the Miranda right got its name, which is now a part of the arrest process. 19th Amendment Women's Suffrage. The 19th Amendment provides men and women with equal voting rights. It goes, "The right of citizens of the United States to vote shall not be denied or abridged by the United States or by any state on account of sex. Congress shall have the power to enforce this article by appropriate legislation." Women's rights movement started as early as 1830. It was interwoven with abolishing slavery. This was truly a turning point in the United States. Civil rights were rising to the top. Campaigns were everywhere. By political action, the service of women in World War I resulted in the 19th Amendment. Fourteenth Amendment, which grants equal rights for all citizens. The 14th Amendment grants equal protection for all citizens, those born and naturalized in the United States. This includes former slaves and recently freed as well. This amendment expanded the protection of civil rights to all Americans. Through this amendment, no citizen is denied life, liberty, or justice.